Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking to you all about sun care, SPF, sunscreen, whatever you want to call it. We're going to chat about it today. So I wanted to run through my favourite SPF products that I love using and that I reach for time and time again. I think for me, if I find a brand or a certain type of product that really works for me, especially as I have sensitive skin, I stick to it and I do not stray from it unless I kind of want to be brave, but normally I will stick to the same sort of products. Now I've got some products that are new, I've got some products that I've been using for a long while. These are basically my favourite, and I've also got some after sun care as well to talk to you about. Okay, so the first 4 products are all from the same brand. As always, if there's anything that's been sent to me as a PR product for me to try out with no obligation to obviously post about, I will put them in the description box below and I'll put a little asterisk next to each product. Same thing with affiliate links, but that's all down in the description box so you can have a little look at that. So I thought I'd keep it by brand sort of thing rather than product because, as I said, I've got quite a few from one brand, and that first brand is Bioderma. I have loved Bioderma for many years, and I always go back to them when it comes to especially micellar water. I find it works really well for my sensitive skin. They're doing some fantastic things when it comes to working with dermatologists, especially when they're looking at creating their products, and they've got loads of different ranges to do with different skin types. Oh no, I've got a fly, go away, I'm filming. So the sun cream products that I've got are for both face and body, and I will clarify what one is for what. So first of all, I'm going to start off with a body sun cream. You can also use this for your face as well, but I like using specific products for the specific part of my body. So this is the Photoderm Bronze SPF 30, and I love spray sun creams. I find them really easy to apply. Sometimes I find them, if they're just in a squeezy bottle, I find them a right faff, and I just prefer the easiness of having it like spritzed on my skin and then rub it in from there. And also, go away, go away. Oh my god, the one time I go to film and there's a blooming fly. The other reason that I really like this is because it's got the bronze part in the name. Now that is because this is a tan accelerator as well as protecting you from the sun. So I recently had like a virtual event with Bioderma, which was so interesting, and I learned all about the different UVA and UVB rays that affect our skin. So UVA rays are the ones that go deep down into your skin. They stop collagen from reproducing, and that's when you start to get wrinkles because it actually affects the skin deep down, the further layers in the skin. Whereas UVB, if you've got sunburnt, that's because of UVB. These UV rays happen all year round, and I'm a huge advocate for actually using sun cream all year round. So what I will do is, if I'm going to be going out and I've got a certain part of my body on show, I'll just spritz this on. It's really easy to apply. It does kind of leave a tiny bit of a greasy formula on your skin, but I personally don't mind that. I know some people do, and that's what puts them off from actually wearing sun cream. But I kind of weigh up the fact that it's protecting my skin, it's going to stop me getting skin cancer, it's going to stop wrinkles, age spots, all that jazz. I also find as well that my eczema does not flare up if I'm wearing this, because that's the problem sometimes. Some sun creams, if I've got a patch of eczema, especially on my arms, sometimes it can flare it up, but I have found this one to be really good at not flaring up my eczema. So now let's move on to face. So the 2 products that I use, depending on what I'm wearing on my face that day. So for instance, if I'm not going to be wearing any makeup, or I'm going to be wearing a foundation that doesn't have an SPF already in it, then I will go for the Photoderm Max SPF 50 Plus cream. This is just a really light fluid. I'll kind of show you what it looks like on my hand so you can see. It comes out really quickly as well, so it literally just comes up like that and it rubs in. It's a really light cream. I do get a tiny bit of flashback with this, but it depends on what I'm wearing on my skin as well. If I'm just going to be wearing foundation, then normally it does quite a good job at blocking that out. Again, it doesn't really clog up my pores, and I just make sure that I cleanse properly each night to get rid of it. but it does a really good job as well. A little thing as well about different strengths of SPFs, another thing that I learned on the virtual of, oh, he drops it, oh god. One thing that I learned on the virtual event that we had is that when it comes to the strength of an SPF, they say 15 is fine. It just obviously depends on how long you're going to be in the sun. So I prefer wearing SPF 15 if I'm just going to be kind of not spending too much time outside, if I'm going to be inside for most of the day but I'm going to be near a window, or if I'm going to be traveling into London, for example, and I'm going to be going from building to building. I'm not going to be spending that much time outside. Normally SPF 15 is fine for me. When it comes to my body in general, SPF 30 is the one I reach for, as I find that I can still get a little bit of colour but it still protects me against the sun. SPF 50 normally on my face is a go-to unless I'm just going to be having a day inside but near windows, because the sunlight and the UVAs and the UVBs can come through the window and it can still affect your skin, guys, so just a little warning on that. But anyway, SPF 50 is one that if I see it on a product, I think it's going to be doing some good for me as well. It has a nice dry touch to it, so it's just sunk into my hand and it's actually got quite a dry touch. It's not got that sticky formula that you do get with the other body sun creams, so that's why I like it actually using on my face, because it doesn't affect any base makeup that I put on my face. But if I am particularly looking for a light base, if I'm reaching for a tinted moisturiser, a BB cream, then this is my new favourite. So this is one they sent to me recently. This is the Photoderm AR SPF 50. And this is a tinted formula. Now when it comes to colour ranges, I don't know. I will put on the screen if there are any colour ranges. And if there is a lack of colour range, I will certainly say, because I think colour ranges are so important. It still blows my mind that there really isn't much colour range when it comes to foundations and tinted moisturisers, so I will be honest and put it on the screen here. So I do find this gives me a lovely glow without the flashback. Honestly, I've had so many compliments about my skin when I've been using this, honestly, and I find as well that I mean, I've got it on now and I find that it's just a really light formula. I'm just going to put some on my hand so you can see. So it looks like that, and I find as well it blends. I just use my fingers. I actually use my fingers to blend in my BB creams. I just find it just kind of spreads the formula a bit better than on a brush. If I'm putting on foundation, I'll go for a brush, but when it's tinted moisturisers and BB creams, I always use my hands, and I just feel like I get more of the product on my face, especially if it's SPF. So yeah, so this is really good. This AR bit means that it's tinted, but it's also really good for sensitive skin, because my skin is sensitive and it reacts. So I have found again that no problem whatsoever with sensitivity. It's been really kind to my skin, and the coverage actually has lasted quite a while. Obviously in the summer especially, I prefer a kind of no makeup look. I actually prefer for my skin underneath to be showing through, flaws and all. I just prefer that look, and I get that with this. But I do end up finding that when I take my makeup off in the evening, this is still there, whereas I've had other tinted moisturisers and BB creams where I take my makeup off and I can't see any physical evidence there's actually been anything on my face, which is kind of disappointing. But this does last all day in some shape or form. I don't seem to get also any kind of build up around like my nose or any kind of creases in my face, which is really good. So yeah, so this one is a definite must for me, and I will be repurchasing this one. Now the last thing from Bioderma is this After Sun. So I either go for a specific After Sun product, but if I've not got that, I'll just use aloe vera gel. It's a really good alternative to things like this. But sometimes every now and again, I feel like, especially when I'm going on holiday, I do prefer a kind of cream formula. Just depends on what sort of kind of soothing I want. Now this is so nice. So I'm just going to pop some on my arm here, and it is cooling straight away on my skin, which I really love. And as well, sometimes with some products, And sometimes with the aloe vera gel, actually, I do end up with a sticky formula on my arm. This sinks in really, really well, especially after a while. I don't even know I've got it on my skin. It's a really lovely light scent. It's very much a Bioderma scent. I don't know how to describe it. It's just very subtle, but also very like clean. I don't know really how to describe it. It's kind of hard for me to tell whether it does prolong my tan because I don't actually use it regularly. I just use it if I feel like my skin has gone in the sun. Even if I have been wearing SPF, or if I've been really naughty and I've missed a spot, then this is when this comes into play. So obviously I don't really know whether it does prolong my tan. That's not something I've road tested yet. So 2 other products as well that I really wanted to mention that also work for my skin. I've got another BB cream tinted moisturizer, and I've also got another body sun cream. I wanted to mention this No. 7 City Light tinted moisturizer. I've talked about this before actually. I really enjoy using it. It's got an SPF 15, so this is the one that I was talking about. If I'm indoors, if I'm not going to be going out at all, or I'm going to be literally going from my car to a building and back again or whatever, this is what I go for. I just find that this is just so nice to use. It does give me slightly more coverage than the other one, the Bioderma one, but I do find that I do get a little bit of flashback with this. I just find it blends into my skin beautifully. And again, I don't think the shade range is that great, so come on, No. 7, let's get that shade range a little bit larger. I also like the fact that, it sounds really weird, but I like the fact that it does have the star rating on it. If you can see on this packaging, it has got the little star rating, and I really like it when brands put that on their products because I find transparency is really, really good. And the last one, and this is purely because I love the smell of it, I've got the Hawaiian Tropic Satin Protection Sun Cream in an SPF 30. I just love this smell. Oh, it just reminds me of holidays. And that's why I love it. It sounds really awful, but I just love the smell of it. And I think as well sometimes that when I'm on holiday, for example, and I'm going to be going to the pool or I'm going to be going to the beach, I don't really necessarily want to be wearing perfume, especially if I'm going to jump in the pool or jump in the sea and my perfume's going to wash off. Whereas this is like my perfume. So I'm putting it back on, I'm reapplying it if I've been in the water, and I smell nice. And I think that's the thing that used to really bother me, is that I'd put perfume on and then I'd go to the beach and the pool and it would just all wash off. Whereas this is like my 2-in-1. It's my SPF and it's my perfume 2-in-1. So there we go, those are my favourite SPF products. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully maybe you found some products that you like, especially if you are a sensitive skin person like me. Hopefully that has been helpful for you. But also as well, I'd obviously love to hear your favourite SPF products. If you've got some that you like, again, especially for sensitive skin, as I do like trying new ones every now and again, then just pop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what they are. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!